Hi, Mark here from newhometricks.com, and today I want to start off what I'm hoping will be a monthly update that I can give you on how much energy and money we're saving using our Tado smart heating system. Of course, one of the main reasons that you might want to go for having a smart heating system in your home is to save energy and money, but just how much can you save? It can be quite difficult to work out what your savings are and whether or not it's actually paying for itself, but thankfully most of the smart heating systems that are out there give you some indication of what your savings are, usually with some sort of report available inside the app that you'll get to control your smart heating system to try and give you an indication of what your savings actually are. Tado is no different. They have an energy savings report, and every month, at the start of every month, you'll get a report on what your energy savings were in the previous month, and this is then recorded month by month, so you can go back and have a look at your historical savings from the past as well. Now, of course, this is only an estimate. It uses a number of factors to try and work out where you've saved energy, such as geolocation, how many hours the system was in away mode, weather adaptation, how many hours it was able to adapt the heating based on sunshine hours, that kind of thing, and whether or not things like open window detection events have occurred, or whether you've manually turned the heating down at any stages and therefore saved a little bit extra. It uses all of these figures to try and calculate an estimate, but of course it's difficult to try and predict what energy you would have been using if you didn't have the system. So these things always have to be categorized as an estimate rather than an accurate figure as to exactly how much you've definitely saved. But with that in mind, it's still useful to take a look at this information and work out what your savings seem to be. Now, I've had a look at the historical data from last winter. If you remember, we started with Tado back in November, but the first full month that we had was December 2017. And in December, we saved, according to the Tado app, 11.2%, followed by 17.3% in January, 16.9% in February, 19.2% in March, and we peaked at 26.5% in April, before we started heading into the summer months where the heating was then turned off. So some fairly good figures there, but I'm now going to start by focusing on what we're saving this year as we go into this winter. We've had the most recent energy savings report from Tado for the month of October, and the energy savings that Tado reported there was 8.9%. So what does that look like in monetary terms? Well, in order to work that out, I've had a look at my latest gas bill, and according to my latest gas bill, we've spent £30.29 on gas in the month of October. But of course, we've got to factor in that some of that spend will have been on things like hot water and cooking. We have a gas hob in our kitchen. So I've taken a look at the summer months to try and work out what the average spend was during the summer months when the heating wasn't running. And I've been able to determine that our spend on gas in the summer months was averaging around about £11.11. So that brings our total spend on heating, if we take that away, to £19.18 for the month of October. Now, if we increase that by 8.9%, which is the saving that Tado says we made, well, then we get to a figure of £20.89, bringing our saving to £1.71. Not really going to set the world on fire, but it is the early month of winter, so not spending a huge amount on heating bills just yet. And certainly as we go through into November, December, January, February, those months will be a lot cooler. I'm expecting that our heating bills will rise, and hopefully the savings opportunities will get a bit bigger there. So £1.71, not a huge saving, but certainly that's something that I'm hoping will rise over the next few months. And as we saw from the historical data from last year, there were certainly some higher savings that we achieved in later months. So this is something that I'm going to keep an eye on and hopefully will be able to report back to you on a monthly basis as to how we're doing. Now, just a note from a subscription perspective, as mentioned in some of my recent videos, Tado have introduced a subscription. That's not something that we're having to pay ourselves here because we're a pre-existing customer and therefore don't have to pay. Plus, we haven't yet had the opportunity to upgrade into the new app anyway, so this isn't something that really applies to us. But if we were having to pay the subscription of £2.99 a month, then that would represent a loss of £1.28 for the month of October. So not great at this current stage, but again, we'll have to see how things progress as we go through the next few months over winter. And this is something that I'll report back to you on a monthly basis as to what our savings are looking like. If you want to see this all written up, then I have of course made a companion blog post. You can see that on my website. Look for the link in the description below, or check out the website newhometricks.com. If you've liked this video, please share it. In the meantime, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.